Today, we're talking about lower back pain. 1 in 3 Australians will experience debilitating lower back pain at some point in their life. It is the leading cause of disabilities in this country. I've spent many years in the gym helping my patients and clients recover from lower back pain and prevent lower back pain. And one of the things that I've experienced, one of the many things that I've experienced is what people think causes back pain is completely different to the actual reality of what is the actual contributing factors for lower back pain. Let me tell you a story and get into it. What people often think causes back pain is a bad exercise. A lot of time people will think that doing an exercise incorrectly or doing a, air quotes, dangerous exercise in the gym is what caused that lower back pain. Oftentimes they'll say, I think I did this exercise incorrectly, or they think that because I was tired, I did it incorrectly, and that contributed to the lower back pain. This couldn't be further from the truth. And today we're going to do a deep dive into what actually causes lower back pain that you didn't think about. So let's talk about what actually causes lower back pain. Number one, not controlling volume. This is your 0 to hero approach of a person gets into exercise. Let's pick on running for a minute. They start running, and instead of allowing their body to gradually acclimatize to running, they try and do what they used to do 10 or 15 years ago and go straight into running 3 or 4 days per week, trying to run 5 to 15 kilometers per session. They operate at a volume that their body is not used to. Instead of starting with running 1 day per week, starting with a low amount of minutes or low amount of kilometers, and then looking to gradually build their total run duration every week. And then after a few weeks, if they want to add a second day, then adding a second day, letting the body acclimatize, etc. That would be an appropriate way to control volume. Another example of not controlling volume is, let's say a person decides to get into rock climbing and they've never rock climbed in their life, and all of a sudden they fall in love with the activity and they go from 0 to hero. They start rock climbing 4 or 5 days per week, and their body has not yet acclimatized to that. Poor volume control. And you could apply the same to other activities, other ones that come to mind: cycling, even other examples of poor volume control could be even excessive yard work. Some people will never do any gardening at home, and then all of a sudden they're looking to garden every afternoon, and being in that stooped over position for prolonged periods of time increases the amount of volume in that atypical position, and all of a sudden they experience lower back pain. You get the picture, but same could be applied to other activities. So my take-home message with this first point is, if you're adding something new to your 7 days of routine, be sure to control the volume. Let your body acclimatize. Number 2 is rest. Not allowing for enough sleep in their schedule and not allowing for enough non-sleep rest time. So this is the old dilemma of training like an athlete, but recovering like an amateur. It just won't happen. If you're having fun and if you're enjoying getting after it with exercise, training hard in the gym, maybe even doing activities outside of the gym, and if you're not prioritizing a good sleep hygiene and enough rest, you're going to have a bad time. It's one of the leading contributors for lower back pain. My tips for sleep and rest: keep yourself accountable with when you go to bed. If you find yourself going to bed too late, say you're hitting the sack at midnight or 11 o'clock at night, try and slowly dial it back. You don't have to go back to 9 o'clock straight away, but aim to go to bed 1 hour earlier or even half an hour earlier and gradually build a better sleeping routine. I like to sleep in a pitch black room. I find having blackout curtains makes a big difference. I like a quiet environment for my room, so not too much noise. I'm a firm believer in exposure to sun throughout the day to set good, healthy sleep cycles. This means, if possible, getting a little bit of sun in the morning, ideally a little bit at lunchtime, and then a little bit in the afternoon as the sun is setting. This will help set a good sleep cycle, so as the night falls, your body will naturally be ready for bed. Versus if you're indoors a lot and never get any sun, your body and your mind is spending most of its time living under fluorescent lighting or LED lights, and therefore not really sure when is in sleep time and when is rest time. Non-sleep activities are very important as well. This includes just mindful relaxing, not sitting on your phones or iPad or computer scrolling, but actually just taking some time to unwind, taking some time to chill. Some people like to do it at home, others like to head to a beach or a forest, but non-sleep time will help prevent lower back pain. Number 3, food and hydration. A lot of people make the mistake of not bringing in enough good fuel and trying to train really hard at the same time. It would be like having a super sports car on a racetrack and expecting it to perform on terrible fuel or low octane fuel. It's just not going to happen. A lot of people don't realize that they're not bringing in enough calories, not bringing in good food, and that's contributing to their lower back pain. At the same time, so making sure that you're having enough protein, making sure that you're bringing in enough calories for the output that's required. At the same time, you've got to look at hydration. Are you bringing in enough water? Are you bringing in enough salt, enough magnesium to hydrate your body in order for it to be able to continue to perform? Poor food, poor hydration contributes to lower back pain. Number 4, prolonged positions for an extended period of time. Some people will have a very good training week, and then come Saturday, come Sunday, they'll spend a lot of time standing. Say they go to a concert or a festival and they've been standing around for 6 or 7 hours. That spike in prolonged standing compared to what they do on regular weekends can contribute to lower back pain. Other people will increase the amount of sitting that they do in poor postural positions, and they say they've been sitting at an office desk longer than what they normally do, or on their couch longer than what they normally do. That can also contribute to pain. Number 5, being too stiff and being too weak. Some people haven't done any structured exercise for decades, and then they wonder why they're experiencing lower back pain. Their professions require them to sit behind a screen. Some people are commuting seated. They might be on a bus or a train or in a car to get to work. When they get to work, they're sitting. At lunchtime, when they're eating their food, they're sitting down. Then they sit to commute home. They come home, they take a load off, they sit on their couch, have some dinner or enjoy some Netflix. But little do they realize, little do they know that they've just spent the entire day sitting, and they do this year in, year out for many years, and their body weakens, their body stiffens, and then they wonder why they have lower back pain. The only way to really combat this is to offset the amount of sitting that you're doing at work by practicing some regular strength training a couple of times per week, getting the body strong, ideally through functional strength training exercises that will get your body moving through range of motion, that will at the same time be building some good mobility and offsetting that stiffness. A bit more information about the pain. Pain can present in different levels. Some will experience low-level pain, say 2 or 3 out of 10. Others will experience a medium amount of pain, 5 or 6 out of 10. And then others will experience debilitating pain. I'm talking 9 or 10 out of 10. It is not an easy task to not panic when this happens. A lot of people rush off to get x-rays, MRIs, CT scans straight away because maybe it's the first time they're experiencing this debilitating pain. I want to assure you that in a lot of cases, applying some of these fundamentals that I've talked about in my video today will go a long way for fixing your lower back pain before needing any investigations. So how do you fix it? Well, step one, if you're not already practicing good strength training, I would encourage you to get your body moving. And if you're experiencing debilitating pain, getting your body moving might just be a low intensity walk to flush out the systems and warm your body up, get your body moving. If your lower back pain isn't as bad, then it's time to start some strength training. When you start strength training, treat your strength training like an 8-week block. At the beginning of the block, I want you to go easy, middle, I want you to ramp it up, end of the block, you can go a bit harder, and then deload, come back down. If you're not sure what to do with your strength, comment below and I'll help you out. I can even send you a free program. Step two, you need to monitor your lower back pain. Zoom out, and I want you to ask yourself, how's my lower back pain today compared to a week ago? And if it's slightly better, it means that you're trending in the right direction. If it's the same, then that's also pretty good because maybe this time next week, it'll be feeling slightly better. Again, you're trending in the right direction. What you want to look out for is week to week, your pain getting worse. If it is getting worse, then that's when it's time to seek professional advice. Again, if you want my input, feel free to comment and I'll get back to you with what I think is best. Heat is your best friend when it comes to managing pain. Something like a warm or a hot shower can go a long way for warming the body up, calming the muscles, and decreasing lower back pain sensitivity. Likewise, if you're in a cold climate in Australia right now, we're in winter, so keeping your body warm day to day and before training, maybe with some thermals, maybe with a jacket or some trackies, keeping the body warmer will help manage pain. If your back pain is quite debilitating and you are not allergic to ibuprofen, some over-the-counter pain medication can go a long way for taking the edge off in the first couple of days. And then from there, you can ease back into your regular activities. And here's a bit of reassurance for you. Most generalized lower back pain will subside and then eventually go away completely. Anywhere between 4 to 12 weeks, depending on how much pain you're in. In summary, practicing being a healthy human will go a long way for managing lower back pain and preventing future lower back pain. Thanks for watching. If you've made it this far, I want you to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. I've got weekly content coming, and hey, YouTube's going to recommend a video up here. Click on it. It's another good one. One of my videos. Here, click, click.